Beck Dory Stein was 25 years old and working 5 part-time jobs when she serendipitously answered an ad on Craigslist for a stenographer. 2 interviews later, she was offered a job in S. White House in 2012. She went from feeling alone in the world to joining a pool of 13 reporters from the White House press corps, traveling with the president and tracking his every move. Her assignment, with mic in hand, was to record everything the president said, type it up, and release the transcript to the press office and presidential archive. She also made copious notes on the details of her personal life while traveling to more than 60 countries over 5 years on Air Force One, and witnessing Obama's life in midair. Traveling with the president is like summer camp on steroids, a week on the road is like a year at home, Dory Stein writes in her new memoir, published by Spiegel and Amp, Grau on July 10, 2018. Her new job would give her insight into the obscure party culture within the press pool, a glimpse of the president's personal life, and would even land her in a love affair with a White House staffer. She worked out on a treadmill next to the president, who often trash-talked her, goaded her to run faster, and taught her to be optimistic. Beck saw how Obama coped with stress and grief over 60 foreign trips, cracked his Nicorette gum to keep from smoking, and on one occasion told stories about how he met Michelle and how she tried to pass him off to one of her friends. Around the world, she watched a crew of smokers douse themselves in Purell sanitizer up past their wrists after grabbing a smoke so there was no lingering smell of cigarettes for Obama, who had quit the habit. No one deserves to be this lucky, the author writes about this core group of staffers who flew around the world on Air Force One together. Beck knew she wasn't a good fit for a job at a Washington think tank, PR firm, or nonprofit after her semester-long tutoring job at Sidwell Friends School, the Harvard of Washington's private schools, ended in 2011. The selective Quaker school in Washington has educated a lengthy roster of notable alumni from Teddy Roosevelt's son, Richard Nixon's daughter, Al Gore's son, Chelsea Clinton, and the Obama girls, Malia and Sasha, as well as the children of members of Congress. Beck intended to only live in D.C. for the duration of the job, 3 months, because who wants to live in D.C., a one-trick political pony town, she writes. My job in the spring of 2011 was to help those hormonal-charged stress balls chill the F***K out, Beck writes while casting an eye to what looked like human Ken dolls in a short-sleeved button-down. Sitting across from one of them at the school one day flirting and thinking he was a teacher, the man told her he was working although he did not seem to be doing anything. He was a Secret Service agent watching Malia. In her new job assignment, Beck was advised by the hiring agency to stay away from the Secret Service agents as well as stay with your boyfriend. She knew this was going to be her big break and felt confident leaving her boyfriend, Sam, back in Washington working for a PR firm writing speeches for gubernatorial candidates. He always encouraged her and supported her taking the job that would separate them. But Beck broke protocol of the job when she got involved in a hot and heavy secret sexual relationship with one of Obama's senior staffers in hotel rooms, and fell in love. Left with a broken heart and feeling duplicitous with too many nights at a bar getting drunk, she says the stolen thrill was worth the heartache although it cost her the relationship with her boyfriend in D.C. boarding Air Force One for the first time with an overstuffed duffel because she didn't know what not to pack. She thought she saw actor Jim Carrey sitting near the front of the plane. He turned out to be the man she fell hopelessly in love with, Jason Wolf, the man she left her hotel room door ajar for in foreign cities. Air Force One, where pool reporters had their own press cabin, has everything one could ask for in comfort, endless entrees, snacks, cocktails, except while on the luxury airliner, everyone paid for food and drinks. Rushing to unpack the first time in search of her steno gear and dumping out her computer bags on the seat next to her, out fell what looked like a vibrator, while one of Obama's traveling aides was standing there. Red-faced, he hurried away. It was only a little travel-sized hot pink silk bag that resembled a vibrator, she wanted to tell him but didn't. Obama's traveling staff was almost all women and dubbed the Vagiants. This wasn't the case when he first took office in 2009, when there were few female senior staffers. Now it was the choice of the women to give themselves that name. Prudish